Hi Libra, welcome to your general May reading. My name is Kimberly from The Path Illuminated. This is my new YouTube channel, so I'm looking forward to posting more in the near future. I am a tarot reader, a coach, an alignment guide. I do not see myself as a psychic or a fortune teller, but I am an energy reader, so I believe that whatever messages come through, ultimately they are for the evolution of your higher self, to provide insight, feedback, a different perspective, support, and hopefully some inspiration. But at the end of the day, this is a general reading, so it may resonate, it may not. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to force it. And always trust yourself and your own guidance and intuition above anyone or anything else, because you are the authority in your life and you know your situation and what you need to do better than anyone else. And always remember that you have free will. So angel spirits and guides, please provide me with a clear and accurate reading for the Libra collective for the month of May. I will be starting by pulling 5 cards for the overall energy. Then I will pull some clarifying cards, and I will close out with an animal spirit oracle card. It is April 17th when I am recording this, and we have a new moon and solar eclipse in Aries upcoming on April 19th/20th. It depends on where you are on the globe. And then I think several hours after the solar eclipse, we then move into Mercury retrograde. So I am not an astrologer, but I do follow astrology, so I'll give you the advice I give to everyone. Continue to focus on your self-care, any practices that help you to feel grounded. Double, triple check contracts, emails, back up your computer. Most of the time they say don't text your ex, but Mercury retrograde is a bit deeper than that, but might want to consider whether or not you text an ex. So, I'm looking at the first 2 cards that came out in your reading, Libra. There's a lot of reversals at the moment, but that would really track when it comes to Mercury retrograde. Retrograde is all about reassessing, reestablishing, reconsidering, reviewing, resting, all of the re's that you can think about. And when there are a lot of reversed energies in the reading, it's all about internalization. And I did, I shuffled the deck several times before I started the reading. And then you saw me shuffling as I was pulling. So definitely there's gonna be a lot of going into yourself and thinking about where you're at during the month of May, how you got there, and what it is you need to do to move forward. Normally when I see a king and a queen of the same suit, that would be considered like a divine union, a divine pair, especially because they're both pentacles, but they're in reverse. So the way I'm viewing this is, in the month of May, you may have to reconsider a long-standing romantic relationship that you've been in. You may have been in this relationship for a while. At one point, I'm going to assume that it may have been a very grounded relationship and something that was very stable. Because if you were to look at both of these cards, I'll just stop shuffling for a second. In the upright position, you know, they both are pentacle related, so it's all about groundedness, stability in your 3D reality, having, you know, your financial abundance, as well as grounded relationships. But they are in the reverse. Now they're facing each other, so you might be in a situation where you're trying to potentially work through some of the imbalance that has been occurring. I only need one card, Spirit. Can you please clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse in this reading for the Libra collective? It seems to me like you in this relationship are going to really be reflecting on how you got into this reverse energy. How did you go from being the king and queen of pentacles and ruling your kingdom, having everything you need, being very stable, being very grounded in this relationship, to being in a reversed energy? Way too many cards. We'll try it again. I keep getting 2 cards for the King of Pentacles, so I'm going to give Spirit one more chance. I would prefer just to have one, but if you have more to say, Spirit, I will take it this time, I promise. But 1 card to clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, so it seems like you are really focused on this relationship during the month of May and trying to figure out potentially how to get out of this imbalance. However, there is then the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit upright is about going within, withdrawing, getting very reflective, and taking some time out. But it's almost, the energy that I'm getting is that you're avoiding this call from Spirit to, I'm just gonna, the 4 of Swords and the Death in reverse. So I'm gonna take these. This feels relevant. I think that you, during the month of May, are going to be struggling with this imbalance that's happened in your partnership, in your relationship. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this doesn't necessarily have to be romance, but that's what I am getting. It could be a work relationship, but just intuitively, I believe that this is about a long-term committed relationship that you've been in, and that you're having a really difficult time with focusing on yourself because you feel like you have to make this work. And you're avoiding going inward, and maybe it's because you're afraid of what that's going to reveal. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. When the Ten of Pentacles is upright, you know, you can see the couple here. They're gazing into each other's eyes. They have a child, perhaps a grandfather here, and 2 dogs, but it's all about very grounded, stable, everything that you want, culminating in a very grounded, familial relationship, but also having everything that you need. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is, but this is in reverse. So very much so, this relationship is no longer maybe what it used to be or what you had hoped it would be. And then the last card is the 8 of Cups, but it's in reverse. So the 8 of Cups, when it's upright, is about walking away from what no longer serves you, walking away from people, places, relationships, connections that are no longer emotionally fulfilling, but it's in reverse. So I'm getting, just in the initial read, that there's a lot of resistance for you during the month of May, Libra, and it seems like it has to do with this long-term partnership that you've been in. that you are having a hard time with accepting that it is no longer what it used to be. Maybe it never was this. I'm just reading the current energies for the month of May. It's no longer what you thought it was. And I think you're having a hard time with focusing on yourself. The universe is definitely calling you to take some time apart, to take some time alone to reflect on why you're in this situation, in an unfulfilling, imbalanced partnership that is unstable. It has not provided you with the stability that you had hoped it would, and you're avoiding walking away from this relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So pages are all about new beginnings. And since it's a pentacle, it would be a new stable beginning, but it's in reverse. So it seems to me very much like, as much as you might really want this commitment, this relationship to work out, it doesn't really feel like the energy is supporting that. The King of Pentacles, which I'm now seeing as your energy, Libra, is clarified by the Two of Swords. Twos in Tarot are all about making decisions, but as you can see, this figure is blindfolded. So during the month of May, you are going to be stuck in your head. You're going to be having some mental conflict when it comes to trying to make a decision. It definitely feels to me like you're avoiding making a decision, which is going to cause a lot of mental conflict for you. When you avoid decisions that you believe are going to cause harm or hurt someone's feelings or create a disruption that you're not ready for, it's going to cause internal conflict. And then again, we have the Hermit in reverse. You're avoiding taking time apart, taking a break, going inward so you can focus on yourself and how you feel. And that's going to lead to a lot of unrest and overthinking and sleepless nights. And it's because you're avoiding deaths in reverse. It's because you're avoiding this very big ending, because if you accept that this relationship is imbalanced, it's not stable, and it's not providing you with the stability that you desire, you're going to have to make a painful decision to end it. But it seems to me like during the month of May, you're very much avoiding it. Ten of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is all about conflict, standing your ground, fighting for what you believe in. So I think I'm seeing this, especially when you see the figure alone by themselves, that you're going to be basically in an internal battle between your heart and your mind. And it seems to me like your mind is like, mentally, logically, that this isn't working, but you're having a hard time with accepting it internally, which is causing you a lot of strife and frustration. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse. When it's upright, this is about reciprocal relationships, vulnerability, love, partnership. In reverse, this relationship is not reciprocal. There's mistrust between the two of you. There is not open, vulnerable communication. There's a lot of imbalance. And I think it's understandable that when you've had this commitment and you've been in a long-term relationship, that it is very challenging to make a decision to walk away from something that you invested so much time and resources in. And I think that you're going to be struggling unless you make the decision to listen to spirit and to take some time alone. I think, Libra, the advice that I would give to you during the month of May is endings are always difficult, but avoiding necessary endings are only going to cause you much more harm in the long run. And if you can find a way to get away from this person, this situation, so that you can clear your mind and think in a more balanced way and come to a place of no longer avoiding the death that is necessary, you're going to move into a better place. And if you're able to manage your avoidance, and if you can walk away from this relationship that is no longer emotionally satisfying or fulfilling, you will eventually connect with somebody who is your Two of Cups. But as it stands right now, whatever this relationship is, it's understandable that it's challenging for you to come to this place of deciding that it needs to end. But as long as you continue to avoid that truth, I think it's going to cause you a lot of inner conflict. So I'm sending you a lot of love and compassion, because I've been there. I've been in a place where I was very in love with somebody, but it was clear that things weren't working, and it most definitely took me longer than it should have to make that decision. But once I made that decision that that relationship was no longer working, as painful as it was for me and for that person, I felt peace. And at the end of the day, that has to be the ultimate goal, is choosing your own peace, because if you don't prioritize your peace, your stability, nobody else is going to. So I know that this might be difficult. Remember, you have free will. Do what you feel is right. I can't tell you what to do. Only you know the situation. Only you know your relationship. But at the end of the day, the best piece of advice I can give you is to stop avoiding the need to take some time to yourself. The longer you avoid this, the more sleepless nights you're going to have, because at the end of the day, you know that this ending is there. You're just afraid to make it happen, but you're creating inner conflict within yourself. So take care of yourself, Libra. Do what you feel is right, but definitely, if you can, muster the strength and the courage to take some time away. And not just like go hang out with friends. I mean, like actually by yourself. Even if it's just like a weekend where you decide to go hiking or something, so that you have like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours just to like be by yourself, so that other people, whether it is the person you're in a relationship with, friends or family, trying to influence you, you need to clear your mind. My Mars is in Libra. And, I know Libra can be known for being very indecisive. I look at it like, you are a peacekeeper, Libra, and you always want to do what's right, and you don't like conflict. But avoiding conflict at all costs is just going to create more conflict within you. And it's okay to choose yourself, but you need to take the time so that you're not so impacted by the perceptions, judgments, and projections of others. I pulled an animal spirit card and I got dragonfly, so I'm gonna look that up in the book. So just bear with me here. It's air energy. How appropriate. All right. Dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it's always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, and magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. Yeah, I think this definitely resonates with the rest of the reading. Get back to a place of having clarity of mind. Do what it is you need to do, which I know you're avoiding this situation to a certain degree. You feel conflicted, you feel restless, and perhaps you are distracting yourself. And when you are alone, You're afraid of the thoughts that are coming to you, but don't fear that clarity that is going to come to your mind. Focusing on your breath, again, like find some time for yourself. Go to the woods, go meditate by yourself, but definitely take some time during the month of May, Libra, to be alone so that you can gain some clarity and gain some insight and wisdom about what you need to do regarding the situation. I hope these messages were helpful for you, Libra, and I will see you soon.